Hey guys, this will be our second theme of geography dealing with regions. So in our mnemonic device to remember the five themes, otherwise known as PRILM, P stands for place, the R is going to stand for regions. So when we think about regions, we can connect it to the theme of place. A place is a singular, unique spot on Earth, while a region is actually a collection of places that are similar, hence why it's a region. So a region is an area that is grouped together by a set of shared characteristics. Similar to a place, so a region might have shared physical characteristics, it might have shared human characteristics. So it's a larger extension off of our first theme. For formal regions, this would be our first type or subtheme of regions. Formal regions are defined by their governments or by their physical characteristics. Typically, these regions are confined or defined with borders of physical characteristics like a river or a mountain range or a lake. It can also be by borders using lines of latitude and longitude that have been determined by the government in conjunction with the physical borders to create, let's say, a country, like in this case, France or England. Now, over time, this example here for Western Europe, okay, countries like France, Germany, Spain fought wars with one another to create and maintain their borders and boundaries or their formal regions. One way to think about formal regions would be to think about the root word formal here. Okay, when you guys go to a formal dance, you guys have to dress up and abide by a certain code of conduct. Okay, you need to dress in a suit and tie, or if you're a woman, you need to wear a proper dress. And there might be certain things you can and cannot do at that dance. Same thing for a formal dinner. There's an appropriate way of conducting yourself at that dinner with proper manners and table etiquette. So for formal regions, these also have official rules or regulations that determine the region. The second type of region would be functional. This is a region that serves a particular purpose or service to its inhabitants. An example would be any school district. A school district serves the children ages 5 through 18 that may attend it, and they serve them with education. Another example of that might be, let's say, a police department. Your local PD will serve probably your county, like Newcastle PD, also the state police. Another example for functional regions might be something like a capital. So Dover is the capital of Delaware. It is the center of Delaware's government. The last one would be a perceptual region. And typically the best way to think about this one is when you describe a region based upon its cultural characteristics. So its cultural characteristics will determine, let's say, a perception that people have of that region. So they have an opinion about it. They may call it a nickname because of those characteristics. So when you ask somebody if they're from New Jersey, they might go out of their way to tell you that they're either from Northern Jersey, Central Jersey, or Southern Jersey. Okay, because they want to be associated with that part of Jersey because each of those regions is distinct and unique from one another. Northern Jersey is more close to New York City. Southern Jersey is more associated with Atlantic City and the beaches and Cape May. Two activities for this one. You guys are going to think about how the United States can be broken down into formal, functional, and perceptual regions. Okay, one way to think about it is to just look at the borders and think about some other borders that might be drawn across this map to divide it into particular regions. This might give you some ideas, and here's another map that might give you some ideas. For these ones, make sure to designate them as formal, functional, or perceptual. We're also going to do the same thing with Delaware. Okay, what are the formal, functional, and perceptual regions inherent within our tiny first state?